And gentlemen, this one's gonna be a doozy, okay? Diddy, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all some tea off rip, all right? So Diddy, first of all, he's not getting out, okay? He's not getting bail. They denied bail. They denied his bond. He's being kept in jail. Why? Because they believe he will continue to threaten witnesses, okay, and continue to pressure people into making different statements if he was outside. For example, the other girl that was in Danity Kane, all right, the other girl that was one of the black girls, or the other girl that did Dirty Money with Dawn, whatever her name is, that woman, he called her 54 times. And then she came out in support of Diddy. 54 times. I love my mom. Max number of times I called her in a row is maybe 12. You know what I'm saying? I've had some, some situation with some women, and I've called them some number of times. When I call in to the radio show to try and win some money, I've called them a lot. But I have never, and I mean I have never, called anyone 54 times. Let me know if you called somebody 54 times. I don't think I've ever called anybody 54 times. All right? Now listen. What I got for y'all is one, we're going to go through every single page of the document. All right? Including the 1,000 bottles of lube and the lube that was in the hotel room. We're going to go through every single last bit of it. But I want to quickly bring your attention to all the execs, okay? All of the execs that stepped down. All right. Now, this Twitter guy, his username is cut off. It is cut off. Give me 1 second so I can give him. All right. So the Twitter user's name is at P Proletario 1. All right. So that is PRolotariO1. Okay. Because this is his deal. Okay. This is his deal. I kind of cut off his username. My bad. So anyway, all of these people stepped down within 24 hours of P. Diddy's arrest. Kevin Lyles, Eric Pryor, Jonathan Holloway, Robert B. Davis. Why he sound like he was a revolutionary? Chris Cameron, Kathy New, Kathy. Sorry, oh God, Kathy Newsom. Newham, and I think it's yeah, it has to be Newham, or Newsham, or Newsham, or whatever it is. Anyway, LaMonica McIver, okay. Allison Green, Craig Maladaria. Why his last name sound like a disease? Joseph Kirshner, Mike Forrester. All right, and then I was like, oh, this is over. Nah, that's only part one of the list. All right, that's only part one. Part two starts off. It picks up where it left off with Mike Forrester, but it then adds Susie Williams, Roman Mazeries, Henry Levinas, whatever it is, Matthew Telebom. Where the fuck is he from? Darren Lehman, okay. Arnveen Kurt. I'm not even gonna try that. Giuseppe and Cosodoro. Okay, whatever. Not damning, but peculiar. And I will say, me seeing Kevin Lyles step down out of nowhere made no sense to me till I seen Diddy get arrested. It did not make sense to me. All right, did not. Big on it didn't make sense. Big on it didn't add up. All right. So listen, let me get the court document up. So let's start with page one. So page one, they list every single last alias. All right. Every single last alias Sean Combs has ever went by. So that's Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy, PD, and Love. Every single last one that he's trademarked. All right. Every name that he's copywritten for himself, he didn't whatchamacallit. So here we go. Grand jury charges. All right, grand jury charges. Oh, good. It just slides down. That's wonderful. Grand jury charges. For decades, Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, take that. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, a.k.a. Love, the defendant, abused, threatened, coerced women, others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Now, listen, there's also a bigger reason, okay? I'm going to pause right here, that I did that stuff in the front end, all right? So I've realized that YouTube listens to the first part of your video, decide whether or not you're going to be monetized. Most of the other stuff is okay. You can kind of like space it out in between. And it's kind of like to not throw ads behind some of your other stuff. So since the back half of this video isn't really going to be monetized like that, I'm going to ask y'all if y'all can like, you know what I'm saying, and subscribe. That's it. That's all I'm going to ask you to do so I can keep doing this and keep bringing it to y'all. Anyway, let's get into the other part of this, all right? Let's get through this. And to do so, Combs relied on employees, resources, influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates, okay, engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes. Oh my God. Sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson. What the fuck? Bribery and obstruction of justice. Okay. I love how they do this, yo. So look, so the sex trafficking, that's obviously the freak offs. Okay. The forced labor, that might be the freak offs in addition to like label stuff that he had going on. The kidnapping is holding women and men also against their will, because hey, everybody could get it. Everybody could get it. Do I have that? Do I have that clip? Do I have that clip loaded up? Cause I need y'all to know I do not. Oh yeah, I do.
I'm paying sexual assault. Anybody can get it.
That's what that's what type of shit Diddy's on the freak offs. Okay, all right. Cause I mean, putting the cart a little bit before the horse. This isn't in there, but he has all the videos. Okay, they have the videos of the freak offs. Hopefully, none of them have the rumored. Because I would hate to see this, or hate it for it to even be exposed in court. And hear me out here. This is gonna be a rough one for you guys. All right, Carl Winslow. Okay, he allegedly was smashing Carl Winslow. I don't even know how you do that. I don't know how you do that. That's kind of crazy to me. And then you have people bringing back up the allegations that, you know what I'm saying, he was smashing Meek, and the dude that dropped the audio, and because I can't play it here, the guy that dropped the audio said, "I have the video of it. I was the security guy from that night. I have the video of it." Hey, do with that information what you will. I just seen the post on X. I was like, okay, this is kind of crazy. I don't know if I could trust this though. All right. I don't know if I could trust this though. All right. So anyway, to keep moving on, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, take that. All right. PD and Love, okay, because that's what he do. The defendant operated his business headquarters at various times in Manhattan and Los Angeles under a variety of United States-based corporate entities, including Bad Boy Enterprises, Comb Enterprises, Combs Global, collectively the Combs business, Corporate entities in the Combs business included, among other things, record labels, a record studio, an apparel line, alcohol spirits business, a marketing agency, and a television network and media company. He done lost nearly all of this. Like he's spiraling, okay, down the toilet at all times relevant in this indictment. Oh my God, the way they have to do this is insane. Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P Diddy, aka Diddy, take that. PD and Love, the defendant engaged in a persistent and persuasive pattern of abuse towards women and other individuals. This abuse was at times verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual. As part of the patterns of abuse, Combs manipulated women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activity with male commercial sex workers. Listen, y'all. In 2016 and 2017, okay? Again, it's another one of those things. I can't play it here without risk of YouTube flagging my video, okay? But if you go on Twitter, because I can't even link to it. I think if you go to my Twitter page and you ask me for it, it's in my bookmarks. I'll send it to you, okay? There's a clip, and matter of fact, it's on what's her name? Tia Tea Time with Tia, or Key, whatever her name is. She does the she's the one that got sued by Cardi B. All right, Tasha K, sorry. Tea Time with Tasha K, or whatever it is, right? So listen, she has a video, she has the clip, and it was already circling without her website attached to it, but circling around of this dude, right? They're asking him, like, I seen the full clip, right? And this is some years ago, and I guess like Diddy got it suppressed or whatever it was, but it came back to light, obviously, because the internet is forever. The internet is forever. Let me enlarge myself real quick. So the internet's forever, right? The dude they ask him for his alibi. The dude, and he's a male sex worker. He said, I was doing male sex work, right? He owns up to it, right? And they ask him for his alibi. He says that I could not have been there because I was with Diddy and Cassie, and Diddy paid me to fuck Cassie and watched him beat his meat in the corner. This dude said that unwarranted, unrelated to any of this shit. He said it to give himself an alibi. He was like, I was doing that with them during that time. I couldn't have been there. He was like, ask them. The police didn't believe him. And honestly, if you would have brought that to me, because that interview took place, because I don't have a firm date. So just trust me on the range here, somewhere between 17 all the way up until 2021, 2022-ish. That range. So there's a 5-year range on when that happened. But it's all before all this stuff became public. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, the police, they didn't take him serious. But now if I believe if he went into that interview and gave it as an alibi, I think they buy into it. I think they bite, because everybody knows this to be true now. So that's what he did. He was telling them, and then that's when he brought up, like, oh, Diddy and Rick Ross, they're gay. You know what I'm saying? They be doing like gay sex with each other, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's talking about all this mess that happened while he was there. All this mess that happened while he was around them, caught up in their world. Like, he was locked in with them for a couple days. You know what I'm saying? If not a week. So do with this information what you will. But if you go to Tasha K's thing, and I don't even know if I can link to her, but yeah, if you look up Tasha K, and then you look up like sex worker interview, or like Diddy male sex worker, or something to that effect, like, you'll get it. And if not, again, I have the piece of the clip on Twitter in my bookmarks, and I'll just forward it straight to you. Okay, just ask for it. All my links, it says my social links is a link tree. You go up in the link tree, you can get links to everything else that I got going on. All right. Bet. So anyway, and I just wanted to validate this part 3. All right, because I've been following this for quite some time. At times, Combs and others acting at his direction made arrangement for women and commercial sex workers, which is crazy. They took regular women and male sex workers to fly to Combs' location. Combs ensured participation from the women by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and threatening to cut off the same, and using intimidation and violence. Okay? Now, here's the thing with the drugs, all right? Because y'all know I got backstories. The thing with the drugs is, right, there's a security guard. He had already gave the interview to, I believe it was to Vlad. And he was saying that, you know what I'm saying? Let me big back up the words so y'all can see it. That's my fault. I forgot. So listen, with Diddy, right? With the what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the security guard with the drugs, right? He was saying women would be watching them pop the bottles because they're thinking, oh, you know what I'm saying, with the bottles popping and all that, you know what I'm saying, we need to watch them, make sure they don't put nothing in our drinks. Well, what they didn't know is they put it in certain food, and they put it in the mixture drinks, like the orange juice and all that, like stuff you wouldn't even think was laced. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everything was laced with drugs. So yeah, you was spazzed out. You know what I'm saying? You was tweaked out. You know what I'm saying? You on ecstasy. You on Molly. You feeling all good and shit. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, they was tricking. They was getting them to trick off. You know what I'm saying? But but drugging them. Like, it was bad. It was absolutely bad. Absolutely horrible. Anyway, physical abuse by Sean. Man, bro, they kill me with this every time. All the things, and then referring to him as Combs throughout the rest of the paragraph. Physical abuse by Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P Diddy, aka Diddy. Take that. PD and Love. All right. The defendant was recurrent and widely known on numerous occasions from at least in or around 2009 and continuing for years. Combs assaulted women by, among other things, striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at them, and kicking them. What the fuck do you think this is? Smash Brothers? These assaults were at times witnessed by others, including one instance at a Los Angeles hotel in or about March 2016, which captured on video and later was publicly reported, where Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a woman as she was attempting to leave. That's Cassie. We've all seen that video, all right? When a member of the hotel security staff intervened, Combs attempted to bribe the staff to ensure silence. Combs' violence was not limited to these women. It extended to his employees and witnesses of his abuse and others. He's a sick man, all right? He's a sick man. And this is the story continued on that. Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, take that. All right, P.D. and a.k.a. Love. The defendant used Combs' business, including certain employees, to carry out and facilitate and cover up his abuse and commercial sex. The employees, including security staff, household staff, personal assistants, and high-ranking supervisors, and other close associates, acted as Combs' intermediaries, and their conduct was facilitated and assisted by Combs' control of the Combs business. All right, so listen. That's just further, and I do want to go back to the Cassie incident. So I don't know. Like, he managed to bribe them off enough to where they deleted like the video, but somebody kept a copy somewhere. So this is how I got out to CNN and the other news outlets. Combs Enterprise. So they're talking about the Combs Enterprise from at least in or about 2008 through on or about the date of filing of this indictment, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy Take That, all right, and aka PD, aka Love, the defendant and others, known or unknown, were members and associates of a criminal organization, the Combs Enterprise, or the Enterprise. The members and associated of the Combs Enterprise engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other activities, sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate, oh my God, interstate transportation for the purposes of prostitution, that's flying people over borders, that's driving people over borders, that's boats that's taking people over over the ocean to like islands and stuff, like in anything that makes you leave one state or one territory into another. Okay. Prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage in prostitution. He's like, I know you don't sell ass, but what about 10 bands? You sell ass then? Narcotics offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Jesus Christ. The Combs Enterprise, including its leadership, its members, and its associates, constitutes an enterprise defined by Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 1961, Part 4, that is, or Chapter 4. I think that it might be Chapter 4. That is a group of individuals associated, in fact, through, although not a legal entity. The Combs Enterprise consisted of Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy Take That, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant, two entities within the Combs, so two individuals, it looks like two individuals within the Combs business, entities within the Combs business, including but not limited to Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, and Combs Global. 3 individuals employed by and associated with the Combs business, and 4 others known and unknown. Bro, this case is gonna be hell, because they got videos and they finna take all of everybody down through there. So a lot of people, they gonna be getting plea deals to, you know what I'm saying, to way lesser stuff or nothing at all, just so they'll testify against Diddy. Like, he's cooked. The Combs Enterprise constituted an ongoing organization whose members function as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of the Combs Enterprise. The Combs Enterprise was engaged in and its activities affected interstate foreign commerce. Jesus Christ. The Combs Enterprise operated in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere. At all relevant times into this indictment, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy Take That, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant, was the leader of Combs Enterprise. Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy Take That, aka P. Diddy, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant and others known and unknown participated in unlawful and other activities related to the conduct of the Combs Enterprise affairs. These individuals included certain Combs business employees, such as members of Combs security staff, household staff, personal assistants, and higher-ranking supervisors, as well as other close associates of Combs. All right. The purposes of Combs Enterprise included the following: operating a global business in the media, entertainment, and lifestyle industries, including, among other things, record labels, recording studios, an apparel line, and alcoholic spirits business, marketing, a television network, and media company. Preserving, protecting, promoting, enhancing the power and reputation and brand of Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy Twitter, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant as a musician, entrepreneur, and figure in the entertainment industry, enriching members and associated of the enterprise, including its leader Combs, and in particular those who demonstrated loyalty to Combs and willingness to conceal his crimes, preserving, protecting, promoting. Damn, that sounds like the fucking police right there. Preserve, protect, preserve. Yeah. Anyway, preserving, protecting, promoting, and enhancing the power of the Combs enterprise, including the power of its leader, Combs, through violence, use of firearms, threats of violence, coercion, and verbal, emotional, and physical and sexual abuse, fulfilling the personal desires of Combs, particularly those related to sexual gratification, including through the exploitation of women and the use of commercial sex workers. I'm confused. Why are you hiring all these male sex workers to smash women that you could just smash yourself? That is so sick. And then you got who's supposed to be your girl getting freaked off. And bro, I might get in trouble for saying this, but Young Miami, ma'am, that interview that you did ain't gonna cut it. Like, you gonna have some heavy explaining to do. Cause I know you in some of them videos. I know you are. You're gonna have some heavy explaining to do. You are. You are. What you did in that interview is not gonna cut it. You're gonna have to fully explain yourself, ma'am. Fully. You're gonna have to come to the table and, like, you know what I'm saying, just step up into it like a woman. You know what I'm saying? You lay down like a woman, you did your dirt like a, you know what I'm saying, as a woman, and you just gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, take the lumps that comes with this. Because it's not gonna be too long before people get to asking you questions. Ain't nobody, I've seen the dialogue online, ain't nobody really been asking you nothing, but somebody needs to ask you something. Because it seemed like you just took Cassie's place and was rocking. You know what I'm saying? As long as them checks was hitting. Enabling Combs and other members, anyway, to continue. Enabling Combs and other members and associates of the Combs enterprise to engage in unlawful acts of violence, including sexual violence, sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for the purposes of prostitution, coercion, and enticements to engage in the prostitution, narcotics distribution, and other crimes, concealing the commission of such acts, securing absolute loyalty from members of the Combs enterprise, including through acts of violence and threats, and protecting the Combs enterprise and its members and associates, including Combs, from detection and prosecution by law enforcement authorities through acts of intimidation, manipulation, bribery, threats of retaliation against individuals who witness the crimes committed by the members and associates of the enterprise. Jesus Christ, bro. They are whooping your ass, bro. This indictment is damn, man. Among the means and methods by which Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, okay, aka take that, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant, and other members and associates of the Combs enterprise conducted and participated in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise, included the following. Jesus Christ. So this is everything they did. All right, this is everything they did. Oh my God. This gotta be the Kid Cudi stuff. Is this the Kid Cudi? No. This is the freak off stuff. Okay. This is the freak off stuff. So listen, there's gonna be some Kid Cudi stuff in here. The feds, that they didn't found out about that. They found out about that, and they found out the exact details and how that happened. Again, if you get the feds on your ass, Homeland Security on your ass, I told people this. These boys is different. Okay. Them boys is different. They're a different level of professional. Okay. They got different reach. They got different power. They got different tools at their disposal. The group of people you don't mess with is the feds. Okay. Um. Oh my God. Oh, what did I want to tell y'all? I wanted to tell y'all something. Let me scroll back up real quick. There was something in here. There was something in here I really wanted to say. I cannot remember right now. I'll just keep going forward, and when I remember, I'll tell you guys. Combs and the other members and associates of the Combs enterprise wielded the power and prestige of Combs' role at the Combs business to intimidate, threaten, and lure victims into Combs' orbit, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship. Combs then used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with males commercial sex workers. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Every time I read that, it just bothers my soul. Why would you do this? Combs referred to as, among other things, freak-offs. Freak-offs were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. So he was making pornos with random people. He's like, I want to see this type of person and this type of person fuck. And he would make them do it. He would make pornos. That's essentially what he was doing in freak-offs. And like I said earlier, unfortunately, some of these videos probably has Cassie in there, unfortunately, and Young Miami's probably in some of these videos, and many other women that we know and love are probably in these videos. And I hope they never come to the light of day, and they just stay within the court and they stay under seal and they stay protected. Because for the love of God, if those videos get out here, it is going to be a sick day, and I don't want that for any of the women. Okay. I want to be very clear here. I don't want that for any of the women. Even though there's some sick individual I know in the comments going, oh my God, but man, that'd be some great spank bank material. Fam, there's plenty of free porn on X videos. You're fine. There's plenty of free porn on the hub. You're fine, bro. Just watch the damn ad and then watch your fucking video, beat your shit, nut, and move the fuck on. Okay? Anyway, in arranging these freak-offs, Combs, with the assistance of the members and associates of the Combs enterprise, transported and caused to be transported commercial sex workers across state lines and international. Damn, he had favorite sex workers and was flying them out. Bruh, you know what? That Drake line that he's like some you know what I'm saying, that he was talking about with the Weeknd's manager Cash with, you could just throw that on Diddy. Freak offs occurred regularly and sometimes lasted multiple days and often involved multiple commercial sex workers. During freak offs, Combs distributed a variety of controlled substances to victims, in part to keep the victims obedient and compliant. Sometimes, unbeknownst to the victims, Combs kept videos he filmed of victims engaging in sex acts with commercial sex workers. After freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. That's absurd, bro. Who was the doctor on... Yo, doctor or nurse, whoever the fuck was doing this. You could clearly see some wrong shit was going on. Every time you stepped in that damn room, because I know it wasn't Diddy putting IVs in everybody and in himself. He's rich. He's not going to fucking do it. He's not going to fucking do it. He's flying in his favorite sex worker. He's paying somebody. So one of you fuckers, or multiple fuckers, you watch this occur and it didn't do anything about it. You're a terrible person. Your medical license should be revoked. It should be revoked. Just straight like that. It should be revoked. Because this is insane. This is insane. I mean, granted, yes, you kept these people from dying, but you should have reported this activity. Something should have jumped out at you as, this is foul. All right? Because people shouldn't be that strung the fuck out. All right? Members and associates of the Combs enterprise, including high-ranking supervisors, security staff, household staff, personal assistants, and other Combs business employees, facilitated the freak-offs by, among other things, booking hotel rooms for the freak-offs, stocking hotel rooms in advance with the required freak-off supply. The fact that there's a supply list. Oh my God, there's a fucking list. Like, okay, and here we go, including controlled substances, check. Baby oil, check. Lubricant, check. Extra linens, check. Lighting, y'all some nasty ass niggas. Lighting. How did people not know he was recording them? If he was bringing in lighting, cleaning the hotel rooms after the freak-offs to mitigate room damage, arranging for travel for victims, commercial sex workers, and Combs to and from freak-offs, resupplying Combs with requested supplies, delivering large sums of cash to Combs to pay commercial sex workers, and scheduling the delivery of IV fluid. Listen, fam. Hey, listen, y'all. I didn't see no condoms in that list. There's not a condom in sight on this list. Everybody needs to get checked, like expeditiously. Y'all need to get checked for everything under the sun. This is a nasty nigga. All this shit and not a condom. Not a single condom was mentioned. Skins, Magnums, just regular Trojans. What's that other brand? I don't know. Durex. Y'all ain't have nothing. Y'all ain't have like some Louis Vuitton condoms. Y'all ain't have nothing. Y'all some freakies. Y'all some freaks. In or about 2024, during the searches of Combs' residence in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California, law enforcement seized various freak-off supplies, including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. He did that shit. He did that shit. I don't care. He definitely did this shit. Like, what else do you need 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant for? And that explains why he has that big ass bed in the backyard of one of them houses. One of them houses has a big ass bed in the backyard. That's for orgies. It has to be. It has to be. That's some nasty shit. This is a freak. This is a freaky ass. Yeah, I'm glad they denied his bail. 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant? What are y'all doing? Like, seriously? What are y'all doing? Combs subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse to cause victims to engage in freak-offs. Combs maintained control over his victims through, among other things, physical violence, promises of career opportunities, granting and threatening to withhold financial support, and by other coercive means, including tracking their whereabouts, dictating the victim's appearance, monitoring their medical records. So somebody violated HIPAA. Somebody violated HIPAA. You ain't got no reason knowing what their medical history. You a civilian. Controlling their housing, even where you live, and supplying them with controlled substances. So he turned you into a druggie and promised you more drugs if you participate in more freak-offs. Oh, that's sick. During and separate from the freak-offs, Combs, among other things, kicked through objects and dragged victims, at times by their hair. These assaults often resulted in injuries that took days or weeks to heal. That means he was breaking bones. He was really bruising people. He was tripping. He was spazzing out. Combs also threatened victims' careers and livelihoods, including if they resisted participating in freak-offs. Victims believed they could not refuse Combs' demands without risking their financial or job security or repercussions, or without repercussions in the form of physical or emotional abuse. Combs also used the sensitive and embarrassing and incriminating recordings that he made during freak-offs as collateral to ensure the continued obedience and silence of victims. Oh my God. Members of the associates of the Combs enterprise, including Combs security, at times carried firearms. On more than one occasion, Combs himself carried and brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten others, including victims of and witnesses to his abuse. In or about March 2024, during the search of Combs' residence in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California, law enforcement seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 AR-15s with defaced serial numbers, and as well as a drum magazine. Oh my God! Oh my God! He was ready to ride on people too. He was ready to ride on people too. Members and associates. No. Oh my God. Sorry, y'all. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise enables Combs' control over victims by following his direction regarding financial payments to victims, advancing or suppressing victims' career opportunities, and acquiring controlled substances Combs used to keep victims compliant. Members and associates of Combs enterprise at times witness Combs' violence towards the victims or the victims or the victim's injuries caused by Combs without intervening. Instead, members and associates of the Combs enterprise helped conceal the violence and abuse, among other things, assisting Combs in monitoring and preventing victims from leaving locations such as hotels and Combs residences. These associations included instances in which a victim was required to remain in hiding, sometimes for several days at a time, to recover from injuries Combs inflicted without being publicly observed. Wow. Members and associates of Combs Enterprise who also assisted Combs in locating and contacting victims who attempted to flee from his abuse. When witnesses to his abuse or others threaten Combs' authority or reputation, Combs and members and associates of the enterprise engaged in acts of violence, threats of financial and reputational harm, and verbal abuse. These acts of violence, including kidnapping and arson, in addition to on multiple occasions, Combs threw both objects and people, as he threw somebody, as well as hit, dragged, choked, and shoved others. When Combs' authority and reputation was threatened by the possibility of negative publicity or legal or law enforcement action against him, including in or about late 2023, following the public allegations of Combs' crimes, Combs and members and associates of the enterprise pressured witnesses and victims, including through attempted bribery, to stay silent and not report what they experienced to or knew to law enforcement. On phone calls, Combs and other members and associates of the enterprise, among other things, provided these victims and witnesses with false narratives to events in effort to conceal Combs' crimes. Combs and these calls to be recorded on at least Combs caused these calls to be recorded on at least 2 occasions. Ooh-wee. Oh, yeah, this is sick, man. We're on page 9. We're almost done. The racketeering conspiracy, all right? From at least in or about 2008 through on or about the date of filing of this indictment in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, take that, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant and others, known and unknown, being persons employed by and associated with Combs Enterprise, described in paragraphs 6 through 12 of this indictment, and enterprise engaged in activities which affected interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly combined, conspired, confederated, and agreed together and with each other to violate racketeering laws of the United States, to wit, Title 18, United States Code 1962, that is, to conduct, participate directly and indirectly in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs Enterprise through a pattern of racketeering, activity, as the term defined in Title 18, United States Code 1961, Chapter 1, and 1961, Chapter 5, consisting of multiple acts of involving kidnapping, chargeable under the following provisions of state law: California Penal Code 207, kidnapping; California Penal Code 21A, and then 64, attempt. This is those involve an attempt. That's goodness gracious. California Penal Code 31, aiding and abetting; California Penal Code 182, which is conspiracy; multiple acts involving arson, chargeable under the following provisions: state law: California Penal Code 451, California Penal Code 21 A 64, an attempt; California Penal Code 31, aiding and abetting; California Penal Code 182, conspiracy; multiple acts involving bribery, chargeable under the provisions of state law: California Penal Code 137 A, bribery of a witness; California Penal Code 21A 64, an attempt; California Penal Code 31, aiding and abetting; and California Penal Code 182, conspiracy. Multiple acts under the Title 18 United States Code, Section 1512, related to the tampering with a witness, victim, or informant. Multiple acts under, oh my God, this is multiple counts. God damn. Title 18 United States Code, Section 1589 and 2, relates to forced labor. Multiple acts under Title 18 United States Code, Section 1591 and 2, relating to sex trafficking. Multiple acts under Title 18 United States Code 2421, 22 and 2, relating to the transportation and inducement for the travel for the purposes of prostitution and other illegal activities. And multiple offenses involving the possession with the intent to distribute or distribution of narcotics and controlled substances, including cocaine, oxycodone, alprazolam. I don't even know what this does. What is this? I've never even heard of this. I've heard of a lot of drugs. I don't. Hold on, can I highlight that word? It's gonna. It won't let me highlight the word. As a prolong, then it says 3,4 dash methamphetamine. Okay, 4 dash bromo dash 2 comma dash 5 dimethylphenylene, whatever the fuck that is, gamma hydroburic acid, and ketamine, in violation with Title 21 United States Code, Section 800 and 41, Part A, Chapter 1, Part B, Chapter 1, and then C, Section C, and then Part B, Chapter 1, E, whatever the fuck this is, and 846 distribution and Section 846 distribution and possession with the intent to distribute and conspiracy to do the same, and Title 18 United States Code Section 2 aiding, abetting, and willfully causing. Jesus Christ, bruh, that is let's just say up here, right? He did each thing 2 times. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, they're saying multiple, so multiple is 3, at least 3. So you got 3. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8 times 3 is 24. He has at least 24 offenses. 24 counts of shit against him. He's fucked. Not to mention the overarching RICO. He's fucked. He's fucked. If he's locked up, he's done. And that's why the judge didn't give him bail. This man is a monster. It was a part of the conspiracy that Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, take that, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant agreed that a conspirator would commit at least 2 acts of racketeering activity in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise. Jesus, God damn. If you worked there, you committed at least 2 offenses. You committed at least 2. That's insane. He insured everybody on that. At least 2? Whew. Whew. That's sick. Okay. All right. But the arson, so I don't know if it's gonna get to it, so I'm gonna tell y'all. So the arson with Kid Cudi, right? He basically he had the person cut open Kid Cudi's roof of his a convertible at the time, and throw a Molotov cocktail in there, and that's how it just blew up in flames. And then it ended up blowing up because it obviously had a tank that had gas in it, and there's oil in the engine and all that stuff that set fire, and it was just crazy. Now, notice of special sentencing factor from at least in or about 2009 up into including in or about 2018 in the Southern District Court of New York and elsewhere. Oh my God! As part of this agreement, to conduct and participate in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, take that, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant agreed in and affecting interstate foreign commerce, knowingly recruit, entice, harbor, transport, provide, obtain, advertise, maintain, patronize, and solicit by any means a person knowing and in reckless disregard of the fact that means of force, threats of force, fraud, and coercion as described in Title 18, United States Section 1591, Part E, Section 2, I think that's how you read that, and any combination of such means would be used to cause the person to engage in a commercial sex act in violation of Title 18 United States Code 1591, Part A, Section 1, and Part B, Section 1. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That's count 2. Wait, that was all count 1? No. All of this was count 1? All of that was count 1. All of that was count 1. Oh, dear God. Oh no. Oh no, Diddy, you're not beating this. This is nasty. That's nasty. The grand jury further charges from at least in or about 2009 up to including about in or about 2018 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, take that, aka P. D, aka Love, the defendant in and affecting interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, and solicited by any means a person knowing in reckless disregard of the facts that the means of force, threats of force, fraud, and coercion as described in Title 18 United States Code 1591 Part E Section 2 and any combination of such means would be used to cause the person to engage in a commercial sexual act and attempted, aided, and abetting and willfully caused the same. To wit, Combs recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, and maintained a victim A and attempted, aided, and abetted and willfully caused victim A to engage in commercial sex acts, knowing and reckless disregard for the fact that victim 1 was engaging in commercial sex acts as a result of force, fraud, and coercion. Jesus Christ. Count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution. The grand jury further charges from at least in or about 2009 up to and including around or about 2024. Damn. In the Southern District and elsewhere, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy Take That, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant knowingly transported an individual in interstate and foreign commerce with the intent of that individual engaged in prostitution and attempted, aided, abetted, and willfully caused the same. To wit, Combs transported, aided, and abetted, and willfully caused the transportation of female victims and commercial sex workers in interstate foreign commerce on multiple occasions with the intent that they engage in prostitution. Oh my God. Oh my God. Perpetrator of allegation. As a result of committing the offense in count 1 of this indictment, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, take that, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant shall forfeit to the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 1963 any and all interests the defendant acquired or maintained in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 1962 any and all interest in securities of claims against and property or contractual rights of any kind affording a source of influence over the enterprise named and described herein, which the defendant established, operated, controlled, conducted, and participated in the conduct of in violation of Title 18 United States Code 1962, and any and all property constituting and derived from the proceeds obtained directly and indirectly an offense including but not limited to a sum in United States currency representing the amount of the proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense. As a result of committing the offense in alleged in count 2 of this indictment, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy Take That, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant shall forfeit to the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 1594 any and all property, real, personal, involved, used, or intended to be used to commit or facilitate the commission of said offense, and any and all property traceable to such property, any and all property, real and personal, constituting derived from the proceeds obtained directly or indirectly result of said offense, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of property involved in the offense, proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense. Number 20. As a result of committing the offense alleged in count 3 of this indictment, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, take that, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant shall forfeit to the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 2428 any and all property, real or and personal, constituting and derived from the proceeds obtained directly or indirectly as a result of said offense. Any and all property, real or personal, that was used and intended to be used to commit and facilitate commission of said crime. Title 18 United States Code Section 981 Part A, Section 1, whatever C is, I forget what that is, and Title 28, United States Code, Section 2461, any and all real property, and any and all property, real personal, that constitutes or is derived from the proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense. Substitute assets provision: if any of the above described forfeitable property as a result of any act or omission of the defendant cannot be located upon the exercise of due diligence, has been transferred to sold to or deposited with a third person, has been placed beyond the jurisdiction of the court, has been substantially diminished in value, or has been commingling with the other property, which cannot be subdivided without difficulty. It is the intent of the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 1963 M, Title 20, and then Title 21 United States Code Section 854 Part 853 Part 4, and Title 28 United States Code Section 261 2461 Section C, or Part C, whatever it ends up being, to seek forfeiture of any other property of the defendant up to the value of the forfeitable property. Oh my God, that's it. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Listen, that was a lot of reading. If y'all enjoyed that video and y'all want to see more like it, like, comment, subscribe. I will do more like these. I'm gonna drop this in the middle of the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hopefully y'all. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna drop this in the morning. Anyway, if you made it to this point in the video, why have you not subscribed? Why have you not liked me? Anyway, I'm up out of here. Y'all have a good one. Stay blessed.